Hi Aquarius, it's time for your weekly reading. I hope it's going to be a good one. I've had a lot of similar readings today, and so I'm hoping you get something a little bit unique here. I've been shuffling forever before I started, and here I am shuffling some more. If you have any questions for me, questions you'd like to have an answer to, I can pull a couple of cards to answer them and answer them my own way also. You know, if I know anything about the topic, if you want to send me those questions, my email address is in the description box below, and feel free to do that. And also, I am going to give all of the subscribers who were with me right from the beginning, so that means anybody who's already subscribed right up to and including April 30th, a free online personal reading. So if you have done that and would like that reading, please contact me and we can work out how to get hold of each other so I can give you that reading. And also, I developed a new spread this week, which I've experimented with and had some interesting results and some good successes. So I'm going to try it out on you, and I call it the Here and Now reading. So let's go, Aquarius. Let's do kind of a cool reading and see what comes out here. Okay, first I'm going to do a 6-card situation for the current time. I can't get away from getting the same cards over and over. That one has not come up today. Hooray, something different. Ugh, I hate this guy so much. I really, really, really hate him. The reason I hate him is because whenever this card comes up, I can tell you all the meanings that people say it means and that I've read that it means from the time I was a child and known this because my mother read cards and I used to have all the books around when I was a kid, and you know, I saw the card come up all the time. And ever since I started reading cards, it just never seems to materialize any of the meanings of this card. So I don't know what the heck this card means. In fact, if I ever write a book on how to read tarot cards, and unless something changes, I'm just going to write this card as, you know, it means nothing to me. Like, it never seems to ring true. So let's start anyway. The Hermit. The Hermit sounds like a bad thing, but it's actually a really good thing. It's not about being lonely. It's about sometimes you have to be alone to kind of go into yourself and figure things out and seek out your inner wisdom. Some of you might like to meditate, and if you do, it's a good thing to do to try to find out what you're going to do in life next. And sometimes you need to go within and, you know, seek out a little intuition from yourself about what to do and really listen to that intuition, because in modern life, we don't always listen to our intuition, and that can be a mistake. And then we've got the King of Wands. He is a very good king. He can put things into action. He has no problem at all putting things into action. He's very fiery, full of life, and, you know, a good guy. Maybe it's somebody you know. If you know somebody like that who's at the top of his profession, very accomplished and very energetic and able to put anything into action, well, if you know somebody like that, that's probably what this card is talking about, who this card is talking about. If you don't know somebody like that, maybe it means you need to put something into action. So the King of Wands has arrived to remind you that you need to, you know, be a little bit fiery and take some strong, decisive steps to make that action happen. And then here we've got a wonderful card, the Fool. The Fool is awesome. He's not afraid to step off the cliff. The little dog is barking, don't do it, don't do it. So it doesn't really mean a jumping off the cliff, literally. I mean, it just means that you know the universe and you are one, and you can take some risks, and everything's going to work out, you know? It's a really fantastic card that represents freedom and youthful enthusiasm, which is so important. You know, you really need to have that to make things be successful in life. And then this is my favorite card in the deck, the Six of Cups. It's a card of nostalgia and remembering good moments in childhood, maybe a special childhood friend, or maybe you still have a friend from childhood. It's about a very special relationship and a very special feeling, something very specific about the nostalgia of childhood and that type of friendship. Even if it's when you're much older, it's got that kind of characteristic feeling to it. And here's that card that I love so much. The original meaning of this card, one of the original Rider-Waite meanings, was to have a failed plan. As you can see, he didn't get all the swords it looks like he's trying to steal. Some people say the card is about theft or deception. Sometimes it's called a card of gossip or trying to be a manipulator. I mean, there are just so many things that it can mean. But believe it or not, when the card comes up, I have not found that I have been robbed or deceived in any way that I'm aware of. And this seems to be the fact for the people I read for also. So if that is not the case for you, and if I'm showing you this card and then you suddenly have a robbery or something of that nature, please let me know, because, then I'll know that the card is actually having some validity on this planet. This guy's been coming up a lot lately, too. He's been in some kind of a battle, again with the swords. He's been in some kind of a battle, and he looks a bit smug. So sometimes we call this the sore winner card. He looks like he's kind of a sore winner. So I always think in my life that this is kind of a reminder to me not to be a sore winner. But maybe the battle, maybe the victory is warranted. Maybe whatever battle this guy was engaged in was deserved. Maybe this person who's trying to make away with something of his, he went into battle about and won. And maybe it was absolutely reasonable. So I'm not sure what that is in your personal life, but hopefully you know, and you will be able to figure it out. So the next three cards, okay, this is a little, not complicated, but so the idea is the next three cards are going to be future cards. And then the three cards after that are going to be the cards to get to that place in the future, the path. But because not all cards tell how to do something, and not all cards represent an end game, there's going to be some interchange here, or there can be. I've had some pretty good success with the first three being what looks like a future, and the other three being things that you can do to get there. But if there's some play between those, that's okay. The Page of Wands, the Lovers, and the Three of Cups. Now, these two are definitely great cards to get as that future, something to achieve. And you know what? This guy kind of is too, because he is all about youthful learning to put things into action. And that is a quality that can carry you very well throughout your whole life. But let's see, because if there's something in here that's an amazing future card like the World or any of these cards that mean completion. Let's just see. King of Pentacles. Oh, this one. Okay, I see where we're going here. Okay, so let's use these three as our end, okay? Although this could be also, because this is a wonderful, set of traits to possess. So we've got the Lovers. So let's look at this as finding the love of your life, as being something in your future, or maybe you already have it and it's something that will carry through to your future. And then we've got two cards of beautiful celebration, like truly beautiful celebration. We've got the Three of Cups, three women, cups raised in the air, celebrating something fantastic, some wonderful thing. Maybe this, which could be a marriage, maybe it's the marriage here of these lovers. It's some kind of happy day with people with, garlands in the air, bouquets in the air. And sometimes this card represents a move or a happy home, but it also can be a marriage or some kind of major celebration. And again, with the celebration and the lovers, this is a beautiful situation. I don't know if this is in your far future or if this is something, if you have a marriage coming up anytime soon, it's very well represented here. Then we've got the King of Pentacles. He is very stable. It can be a person you know. It could be your father, your boss, your brother, a good friend. He's very stable. He's good at investing. He's good at promoting health and wealth and security. He is very solid, a very good planner, a great investor, somebody you can go to for financial advice. Um, so if this is a person in your life, this might be a person who can help you along the way on your path to this good future. You know, maybe you need to buy a home for this marriage, and maybe this person, maybe it's your dad, maybe he's willing to give you some tips on, you know, the steps you need to take to buy a home or to invest or, you know, to change your job, or, you know, maybe he's a boss who can hire you and promote you and, you know, bring out the best in your work qualities. So that's a very solid card, a positive card. Then we've got this card, which is my second favorite card. This, well, I shouldn't say my second favorite, although I do like it a lot. I have gotten these two cards my whole life. My mom was a card reader. Ever since I was a child, I almost always get these two cards in my readings. And I love both of them. I love this one better, but I also love this one because this one makes total sense on how to get to the path you want to get to, because it's all about choices. And it's kind of a warning that, you know, some of the cups have beautiful, nice, lovely looking things in them. Some of them have rather ominous things in them, and you have to discern which is which. Or if some of the good looking ones maybe underneath are not so great, maybe not judging a book by its cover every time. So I like the card because I feel if you have options, even though, yes, it's difficult to make choices, at least you have choices. You have options. They're laid out in front of you. So you can't have options when you're in a terrible place. You know, it must mean something positive is happening and you have opportunity. So that's great. And then you've got this Page of Wands, and he's all about learning to put things into action, acquiring whatever skills you need to put things into action. Action, you know? So this is really good. I'm really pleased with this reading, Aquarius. I think you're going to have a really, really great week ahead. And there's some good stuff on the horizon. So I'd love to hear your feedback. I hope you have a great week. And I'll be talking to you soon, I hope.